Apple's plans to roll out new features aimed at combating child sexual abuse material on its platforms have caused a great deal of controversy. The company is basically trying to pioneer a solution to a problem that in recent years has stymied law enforcement officials and technology companies alike. The large ongoing crisis of CSAM proliferation on major internet platforms. As recently as 2018, the tech firms reported the existence of as many as 45 million photos and videos that constituted child sex abuse material, a terrifyingly high number. The scanning technology Apple is implementing, called neural hash, doesn't compare images the way human eyes do. Instead, it creates a string of numbers and letters called a hash for each image and then checks it against the database of known CSAM, according to reporting by TechCrunch. And because editing an image traditionally changes a hash, Apple has added additional layers of scanning called threshold secret sharing, so that visually similar images are also detected. The technology, Avast Global Head of Security Jeff Williams says, sounds similar to the photo DNA project that was developed during his time at Microsoft. With threshold secret sharing, there's some kind of scoring in place for an image, Williams says. Say two images are completely identical, that's a 100% match. But if something alters it, say they changed it by cropping, then maybe it's only a 70% match. Apple is saying that if it's above a certain percentage score, they will move on to the next review phase. While combating CSAM is extremely important, privacy and security experts are concerned about the possible unintended consequences of this technology. Now that it is possible to have access, authorities will push for more access, he says. It's like we're peeking over your shoulder, but we're wearing sunglasses and saying the sunglasses can only see bad things. And you have this little snooper on the device that's just reading everything and checking it, not sending it to Apple unless you're doing something wrong. That's the problem. The definition of doing something wrong could be broadened. Apple will also be rolling out a new iMessage feature designed to warn children and their parents when a child is receiving or sending sexually explicit photos. Specifically, the feature is built to caution children when they are about to send or receive an image that the company's algorithm has deemed sexually explicit. The child gets a notification explaining to them that they are about to look at a sexual image and assuring them it is okay not to look at the photo. The incoming image remains blurred until the user consents to viewing it. If a child under 13 breezes past that notification to send or receive the image, a notification will subsequently be sent to the children's parents, alerting them about the incident. News of both updates, which will be coming later this year with a release of the iOS 15 and iPad OS 15, has not been met kindly by civil liberties advocates. The concerns may vary, but in essence, critics worry the development of such powerful new technology presents several privacy hazards. In terms of the iMessaging update, concerns are based around how encryption works, the protection it is supposed to provide, and what the update does to basically circumvent that protection. Encryption protects the contents of a user's message by scrambling it into unreadable cryptographic signatures before it is sent, essentially nullifying the point of intercepting the message because it's unreadable. However, because of the way Apple's new feature is set up, communications with child accounts will be scanned to look for sexually explicit material before a message is encrypted. Again, This doesn't mean that Apple has free rein to read a child's text message. It's just looking for what its algorithm considers to be inappropriate images. The precedent set by such a shift is potentially worrying. In a statement published Thursday, the Center for Democracy and Technology took aim at the iMessage update, calling it an erosion of the privacy provided by Apple's end-to-end encryption. The mechanism that will enable Apple to scan images in iMessages is not an alternative to a backdoor. It is a backdoor, the center said. Client-side scanning on one end of the communication breaks the security of the transmission, and informing a third party, the parent, about the content of the communication undermines its privacy. The plan to scan iCloud uploads has similarly riled privacy advocates. Jennifer Granick, Surveillance and Cybersecurity Counsel for the ACLU's Speech Privacy and Technology Project, told Gizmodo via email that she is concerned about the potential implications of the photo scans. However altruistic its motives, Apple has built an infrastructure that could be subverted for widespread surveillance of the conversations and information we keep on our phones, she said. Even Edward Snowden chimed in. No matter how well-intentioned, Apple is rolling out mass surveillance to the entire world with this. Make no mistake, if they can scan for kiddie porn today, they can scan for anything tomorrow. They turned $1 trillion of devices into iNarcs without asking. The concern here obviously isn't Apple's mission to fight CSAM. It's the tools that it's using to do so, which critics fear represent a slippery slope. In an article published Thursday, the privacy-focused Electronic Frontier Foundation noted that scanning capabilities similar to Apple's tools could eventually be repurposed to make its algorithm hunt for other kinds of images or text, which would basically mean a workaround for encrypted communications, one designed to police private interactions and personal content. Apple has hung their hat on the consumer right to privacy, and they've made significant moves to prove their commitment, from giving users the right to opt out of tracking to letting users hide their email addresses. But while all three experts consulted here agree that neural hash appears to protect users' privacy to the best of Apple's technology ability, the potential unintended consequences of the iMessage alerts likely outweigh the potential benefits. Now it's your turn. What are your thoughts? Protection or another door that may lead us down a slippery slope? Let me hear your comments, and we'll visit this topic again once Apple puts these new features into effect. Maybe Apple will even be persuaded to drop these features if enough people disapprove, and Apple feels it will adversely affect their bottom line. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.